Hey everyone, it's me Margot, giving you my weight loss update and reporting now on what is my 15th week post-op. I'm a couple days late because we were on vacation. Got a little R&R, a little more sun, so that was fun. It's good to be home and trying to get everything organized back to normal anyway. But last time, I think, when I did my 3-month post-op update, I was at 231. I've lost another 3 pounds, so I am right now down to 228, which makes my total weight loss 96 pounds. Happy about that. Feel like it's going to be a good week. Like some of you, I did get a little sidetracked with some carbs, and on vacation I did do some carbs as well. But I'm getting, thanks to some of the input that you guys gave me regarding how you are like syncing all of the doses and whatnot. I really appreciate all the comments that you guys gave me regarding what you're taking when and things like that. That was really, really helpful. Hopefully that will, kind of put me into a nice, I guess, pattern schedule thing. It's hard. I've got 2 teenagers. I'm carting kids left and right, and sometimes, like today, you get nothing done, and that's frustrating. Sometimes you just lose your focus. I really, really, really have to kind of discipline myself to give myself that extra me time, whether it means to log on to Spark People and take note of what I'm eating and keeping track of carbs and protein and all that. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you have little kids. I don't know how you do it, but we each are at different phases in our life, and we try to do the best we can given our circumstances, whether we work full-time or whether we're home full-time or have little kids, big kids. There's always reason for excuses, but I'm trying not to make any now and trying to really get on the shtick with it. Feeling a whole lot better. I feel really good. I'm kind of amazed at the amount of energy that I have at this stage of the game. Those of you who are newly pre-ops, and even, Tara, you had said some things about, not having a lot of energy. Right now, I'm hitting a stride now where I'm getting so much energy. And it's like, it's a little scary sometimes. You're like, wow, I can just keep going and going and going. Whereas before, when I was really heavy, everything, I had to do something and then sit down for a few minutes. Do something, sit down. Now I can just keep going. Yesterday on vacation, the kids and I, my husband had to come back early because of work, but my kids and I went to a water park. I remember a year ago almost exactly what that was like for me. I remember having to take 3 or 4 ibuprofen before I went to the park so that my back wouldn't go into spasm from having to walk so much. I had to know where all the benches were because I had to sit down while the kids were on their rides or whatnot. I watched from the sidelines, basically. I didn't get on any roller coasters yesterday because, quite honestly, I just didn't want to push it. My son gets off one and he says, he's 14, he goes, Mom, I know that lady that was on that roller coaster with me was fatter than you. I know you could have fit on this one. I said, honey, that's so sweet that you wanted me to, and I probably could, but right now I'm just not there right now. So maybe in a year when I'm feeling a little thinner, I'll be brave enough to go on one with them. But we did a bunch of other things down, like water slide stuff, and just had a lot of fun, and didn't have to feel so doggone self-conscious about how I looked, even though I didn't look great in my swimming suit, which was the same old size 26, which is just swimming on me. But in the same respect, it was nice to just not feel like I was the heaviest person that was at the water park. I did see some very, very heavy people at the water park, and I felt for them. I saw some of the same things, that I was going through last year. And then I got to thinking, instead of looking back so much, Margot, what about next year? What are you going to look like next summer when you go to the water park? What size swimming suit will you be wearing then? What size will you be in then? How will you feel then? My goal is to get down to at least anywhere from 150 to 175. First goal, of course, is to hit 200, but I'm happy with how far I've come. And that 100 pounds, basically, that I lost, the 96 pounds, huge quality of life difference. So even with my friend that we vacationed with, she's heavy, but she's had double knee replacement surgery, and just to see how difficult it was going up and down steps, and how she called me from, we stayed in Park Models at this campsite thing, and how she called me next door rather than coming over to my room, things like that I thought to myself, wow, yeah, that was me. So it's kind of weird about being heavy. Your life is slowly but surely taken away from you. One day you can't cross your legs and it doesn't faze you. The next day you can't pull up your socks or tie your shoes without having a coronary. Next thing you know, a flight of steps is overwhelming, and slowly but surely your life is taken away. Well, after gastric bypass, slowly but surely your life is taken back. Hold on a second, my cat is... Are you okay, Pat? You can come in. I got Puffy here. He's kind of a little baby. Come on in, honey. Okay, anyway, but slowly your life comes back to you, which is really cool. And that's what's starting to happen, whether it be the amount of activity I can do, the types of activities that I can do, how I feel about myself when I do them. It's really cool. So it's really neat. This last week, I met for a couple old friends for lunch. Had a buddy of mine that I used to work with, and she had not seen me since my surgery. She saw me when I had lost, like, I think about maybe 20 or 30 pounds, but let's face it, I still was huge. And she said that she could really tell that I had lost. And I guess, that's what I go, really, you can tell I've lost? To me, that is mind-boggling. I know that I look thinner. I know, and I feel thinner, and I feel better, and I have more energy, and I'm wearing smaller clothes, but it seems like to me that other people can't notice it, which sounds kind of silly. I know some of you are dealing with some head issues regarding, feeling fat even though you're thinner. I think that's just going to take us some time, and that's okay. When you think about, the changes our bodies are going through, it's very dramatic. I see my children who are in adolescence seeing their bodies change every year. Sometimes, I'll look at my son and I'll say, "You've grown," and I'll measure him and he's an inch taller. It's sometimes that fast. And that's kind of what we're going through too. It's just a bit of a metamorphosis. And we need to be patient with ourselves and with our head as well. A gal that used to do a lot of YouTube videos, that actually was one of the first ones that I started watching. Her name was Kelly Kell, I think 34 or something like that. She went away for a while, but she has a new YouTube video, and she just said, getting a therapist is a good idea because there's so much that you need to talk through. I know that some of you have done that. Hats off. I think that's awesome, and we do whatever it takes to get where we need to go. So that's pretty much all I had to say. Just that I've had some couple run-ins with some people who haven't seen me in a while, and it's exciting to see their response. Feeling better about myself, feeling like I have more energy. Had a 3-pound weight loss this week, so that was good. I'm feeling better, and trying to stay away from some of the carbs. That is really the key. I think next week I might talk to you a little bit about keto sticks and maybe using that as a tool on how to know whether or not you are burning fat, because that really does help in terms of the weight loss. So until then, keep the videos coming, and hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you real soon.